Hello everyone, I hope you are fine and I hope you are adhering to the standard operating procedures so that you don't catch this deadly pandemic. The last time we met, I had introduced a topic, soil and water conservation. We said these are measures that aim at minimizing the speed of running water and minimizing soil erosion in general, so that we have good soil and enough water to support crop growth. So these methods are grouped into two. We have the culture methods and the mechanical methods. Under the culture methods, we have those methods: mulching, deep ploughing, organic manure, minimum tillage, crop rotation. Do not worry, I'm going to explain all of them one by one: afforestation, cover cropping, intercropping, planting pastures, and strip cropping. Under mechanical methods, we have terracing, contour ploughing, absorption banks, diversion channels, and barrages. Now let's go through them very quickly one by one. Mulching is where you cover this field with dry plant materials. The whole idea is to reduce the speed of running water. Deep ploughing, you cultivate deeply. The whole idea is to increase infiltration so that water, instead of taking away the soil, it enters and sinks within the soil. Organic manuring, you apply organic manure like compost, farmyard manure. The whole idea is to improve soil structure so that soil is able to resist the speed of running water. Minimum tillage, you don't over-till. The whole idea is to avoid destruction of the soil structure. Crop rotation, you grow different crops on the same land in different seasons. The whole idea is that the crop roots help hold the soil firmly and the soil is strong enough to resist running water. Planting trees or afforestation. The trees have many functions, but under soil and water conservation, they help in their roots hold the soil firmly and their leaves are able to stop direct impact of raindrops. Cover cropping, you grow cover crops like pumpkins, beans. These are crops that grow near the ground. The whole idea is to avoid direct impact of raindrops on the soil. Intercropping, grow different crops on the same land. The whole idea is to increase coverage of the land so that it is not exposed to erosion agents. Planting pastures. These pastures include paspalum, you have seen kikuyu grass, and different grass pastures planted so that they are able to cover the soil and they reduce the bareness of the soil. Strip cropping, in this one, you grow different crops on the same land, but in a way that the crops which cover the soil better are alternated with those that have a poor soil coverage. Now, under mechanical methods, you have terracing. That is aiming at just reducing the slope, reducing the steepness of the slope so that you grow crops on the flat areas and reduce the speed of running water. Contour ploughing, you grow crops along contour lines. These are lines joining faces of the same height. The whole idea is that the speed of running water is interrupted at each stage and then less soil will be eroded. Diversion channels, these channels are dug on top of the field so that they are able to catch running water and divert it to avoid the water interfering with the growth of crops. Then absorption channels, these are channels dug across the field so that when it rains, the water is collected in those channels and does not interfere with crops. In future, you can use that water as a way of irrigating the crops. Then lastly, barrages. These are barriers constructed in between gullies to reduce the speed of running water and catch soil, and that soil can be put across the field. So these are the different methods, and I hope you have seen some of them being carried out by some of the farmers in your community. Now, I leave you with this activity. Move around your village or community. Of course, ensure that your face is masked and you avoid crowded places. Observe the different activities people carry out in the area. Identify those activities that speed up or accelerate erosion. List them down and ensure that when we resume, you'll share your findings with the class.